So this little light of mine, chord arrangement, chord melody. Okay, so we got, so we're playing a fragment of the E root position with the bass note at the same time. Then we change the right hand, changes the string sets to 3, 2, 1. Sounds like Here Comes the Bride. We're using this bump, bump. We're dropping the pads of the fingers onto the strings like we did in the bossa nova to clip the note short. Then we're going to leave this bass note ringing. This will all happen kind of fast, so the bass note won't die while we're still playing the chords. Now we put the first finger here, that's an F sharp. Top is an F sharp first inversion, if you will. So the common thing here is we're using these little 3-note chords. These are 3-note triad inversions. And this is the movable E shape. There's D, there's E. The root is here. Point here, we play the chord on the last upbeat and 1, and it comes on a set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. See, 1, 1, 2. Ah, it's hard to count and play. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1, 1 and 1 and 2, 1 and 1 and 2 and 3. Ah, 1 and 2. Trying to do a separate rhythm with my counter rhythm. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2. Oh God, I'll go away and practice this. Yes. So you see, if you're trying to sing a rhythmic independent rhythm to what you're playing,
yes,
that can be very tricky
and confusing.
Yeah, it's like trying to coordinate a third limb.
Yes.
Okay, so there's the first phrase. Now we simply walk back first half of the first phrase, then we're going to do same shape, E, second inversion, back to the F sharp, first inversion, and now we're playing the top 3, that's actually the first inversion. Sometimes the hand is going to move up the neck, along the neck to select the inversion. Sometimes we're going to use the right hand, changing the strings, and it's the same effect. Don't cut that short. Second phrase, we're going to go to A and then back to E. So we go to an A chord. There's 2 ways to play this. Okay, so this is the fingering I do for A. 2, 1, 3. I like this because I can play A7, I can play A major 7, I can play A. I've still got my little finger 3. A7, A6, A sus4, A7 sus4. Very, very flexible, even A diminished. It's the most flexible fingering. The alternative is this. Same kind of idea, but it's cramped and I don't like it. There's this as well, but that's less flexible unless you're going to E. And then there's this, but the problem is you're not gonna get that top E string, open E string. And then there's this, which doesn't give you as much stretch. So this is my preferred fingering for A, but it does take a little while to get it. So anyway, we've got options here. We can either go across the strings. So A bass note here, not E bass note, A and A bass note. And change string sets here. If you've got this fingering down, if your nails are short enough, you can simply change the string set 3, 2, 1. And what you're doing is you're going from the second inversion effectively. Sorry. To the first second inversion, that's got E at the bottom, with the root position. I'm not taking the bass into account here, I'm just talking about the upper shapes. The alternative is to do it like this, and this is also, it's worth practicing both of them. See, we've got this little finger 3. We're not changing string sets. That goes from A to A6 and back to A. we're going to a root position E here. And the E bass note. So we start off with the A bass note. Okay. A bass note. I'm blank. Hit the E chord, then the E bass note. So it's an anticipation. So the chord anticipates the bass note. Or we could do the whole thing. That's less movement on the left hand. Also, we get a slightly brighter sound here because we're playing thinner strings. Then we go, the third phrase is reminiscent of the first phrase, but then it has a twist. So, oh, I've got to check it. My mind's gone blank there. So that's similar to the first phrase, but doesn't go up to the E. I mean, you're going to go up to the E second version. Now it looks like we're going back to the E first inversion, but after the anticipated E chord, we actually play a C sharp. So this is E major over C sharp, which creates a 4-note chord. So that's E, G sharp, B over a C sharp. For C, E, G sharp, B, that creates a chord known as C sharp minor 7, which is the 6th chord. So we play, there's 4 chords, sorry. E, A, C sharp, and B. B is effectively B7 here. So back to this. Surprise sad chord. That's what it is, okay? And we've got this little move here. Now the C sharp, sorry, will still be ringing. C sharp is the 6th note, which we're stretching out. Also, we can play it like that, but then we've got to do a deal like that, you know. Preferably while the bass note's still ringing. So either way, it's a bit tricky. Okay, and then we're going to go to back to E, anticipate, chord, then bass note. Now we're here, we've heard this F sharp minor chord before, but now we're going to put a B bass note underneath it. We can do it like that with the first finger. I prefer to do it like this because I'm used to it. Finger a lot of chords. So the thing about this is when you use a third finger, a lot of people will try and bend it. Mine doesn't bend that way back, so I just keep it very flat like that. So it lets me do some things that I couldn't do if I just barred on the first finger. It's just an alternative fingering. So it's kind of useful to have. And then so. And then we do A over E, E over E. So it should be. There I just played a E sus, which would also work. So A over E and E sus and then E. They're equally good. They're just one note's not going up, you know, when you play. E sus is half of the way to A. That's okay. So I played it at tempo. This time I'm going to do it this bass note. Okay, so I made a few mistakes there.